The day after. Look, I know a few of you guys are asking me about my initial thoughts after Teofimo Lopez win against Pedro Campo last night, first fight at 140. Before I say that, I want to say this. I had a guy to look at a job that he's going to do for the house. And he said to me, and I quote, "Do you have any drinks?" I said, "Oh, yeah, sure. The refrigerator in the garage." Of course, that's the beer fridge. I didn't know if he took a beer or not, okay? And we talked, he gave me a quote, and he left. Now, I just went to the beer fridge to chill out for my Sunday. One Bud Light. It's the beer fridge, not because it has one Bud Light. So I don't know how many beers he took, but look, I digress. How do I feel about Teofimo Lopez? I feel great about him. Most importantly, he feels great about himself. I feel great about him because he feels great about himself. Teofimo Lopez was always a fantastic fighter. And he got even better after beating Lomachenko as far as what he learned, his experience. But he was talked out of his game plan by Kambosos. And consequently, he lost. He was trying to knock out Kambosos in the first round. He just went about it all wrong. Then you hear claims of him being weight drained. You definitely saw doctors' proof that he was definitely sick, that he could have died because of breathing issues, which, like I said, is different than, Deontay, the Bronze Bomber Wilder, when Deontay Wilder, when his brother said, the autopsy said that he had a, hey, I never saw anything from a doctor. Teofimo Lopez, he offered at least that. So, I'm just going to go off. I'm not sure how true it is, but at least we got some form of evidence, and I'm going to hold that to be evidence. Now, he also has asthma, okay? And he has all his reasons for losing against Kambosos. Either way, he lost against Kambosos, and he took it very hard, especially with the trolling from you guys and social media, and that's what people tend to do. Try to kick you where you down, try to make you feel as bad as possible, no matter what. So, and it worked. Teofimo Lopez, his relationship falling apart, his marriage and stuff like that, and all that stuff that happened on social media. So he was not in a good place, spirit-wise. Last night, that was a big step in, all these fighters, they got egos. They must have egos. And just refilling that ego bowl. He won the ego bowl last night. Okay? Which is extremely important. To be a fantastic fighter, you got to believe, just like Mike Tyson said, Customato made him a killer. Customato made him this ego-driven demolisher. And Customato understood that it starts there and ends there, that like this is everything. So you need the confidence, and he needed the knockout. Teofimo Lopez, I know one of you guys, it was crazy when I did a live stream commentary. One of you guys jumped in the comments and said, well, that shows you how much Gervonta Tank Davis, how much power he has, going up to 140, knocking out Mario Barrios. He said that right before Teofimo Lopez dropped Campo for the first time, and that was around the same time, 7th round, stuff like Teofimo Lopez, he's packing heat. That's good. But the level of boxing ability he displayed, I know it's Campa, but still, Teofimo Lopez was always a very good boxer. He showed his abilities. Don't say it's Campa, because we all marvel at Boots and his boxing ability that he displayed. We all just marveled at Zayas and his boxing ability. And who have they been fighting? So if you could do that with them, it would be only hate for you to look at Teofimo Lopez and say, oh, well, he fought Campa, when you already know that he fought Kome, Nakatani, Lomachenko, and Kambosos. He, out of all those new guys, the new four kings or what have you, Teofimo Lopez has the best. He has the most experience, and he has the best resume. Teofimo Lopez was always a fantastic boxer, and he showed that last night. After that, his plans to fight Josh Taylor, go for the belts, and try to go for undisputed, depending on where you are on this whole franchise title thing, it's him going for undisputed 2 times. If you guys don't believe in the franchise title and everything that happened and think it was fugazi, then it'll be the first time for Teofimo Lopez. For him, he feels it'd be a second time. So that's what he's going for, the titles. He did say when bringing up Ryan Garcia that he knows that that's a bigger bag, but he's like, look, I'm going for legacy. There's nothing that Ryan Garcia has to offer me. Lies. Ryan Garcia has validation. You beat Ryan Garcia, that's just great for the fans, okay? But fighting Regis Prograis, fighting Josh Taylor is great for the fans too, if they know better. But it's great for the big fans, the casuals. My thing is this, at least he kept it real. I'm not looking at Ryan Garcia. I'm looking at this for these reasons. I like that better than calling out names and saying all these things. We know nothing's going to happen. Teofimo Lopez kept it real. If you think he's ducking or whatever you want to say negative, it's always gross what people say. Regardless, at least you know his plan, if you like it or not. And I like that. Devin the Dream Haney, he put his plan together to become undisputed. Teofimo Lopez talking about doing the same thing. And if you guys want Gervonta Tank Davis versus Ryan Garcia, that's good news. Teofimo Lopez isn't discouraging that, right? De La Hoya is like, yo, forget Tank Davis. We're going to focus on T.O. T.O.'s like, I'm not into y'all. All right, I'm into doing what I'm doing at 140, becoming undisputed. And I am ranked at 140 now. People got to mess with me. So there's no, look, y'all finished the negotiations between Ryan Garcia and Gervonta Tank Davis. That would probably be the biggest money-making fight now that Tyson Gypsy King Fury has retired. Wilder versus AJ looks like that's such a fantasy fight. As far as fights that's going to happen, the most important fight, the best fight is Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence. The most money-making fight, more casuals know Tank Davis than they do Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford. More casuals know Ryan Garcia more than they do Tank Davis, Terrence Crawford, and Errol the Truth Spence. So Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia are casual kings, and they're great boxers, fantastic boxers. So that is the biggest fight. Ryan Garcia versus Gervonta Tank Davis, and Teofimo Lopez said, y'all can focus on that. I'm focusing on this. So I appreciate it. Overall, I heard a lot of you show business partners say that third round when Teofimo Lopez decided to settle in and start boxing, because there was a fork when Teofimo Lopez won that first round. Second round, Campa got busy. He could have got emotional. And like I was talking about, Teofimo Lopez, he can lose. He can look bad this Saturday. That's that fork. He could have got emotional and his ego got bruised and started trying to force it, and Campa could have made it really tough on him. No, he settled in, matured, start boxing, and then there goes the TKO stoppage. So much love to Teofimo Lopez for that, and for you show business partners for saying that. I think this was a very important fight for Teofimo Lopez, and most importantly, I agree with you. Who got hands? You guys on relevant, saying those things. More specifically, Teofimo Lopez, Campa in the third round was probably the most important round of his career. Moving forward, showbiz, don't. I'll be off tomorrow, which is Monday, and I'll be back for Taco Tuesday. I'm out.